Hey friend, this is Dr. IJ, your purpose coach. I just want to give you some feedback or some tips on how to discover your calling. Some of you might be in these unfulfilling positions, these jobs that you don't like, and you are absolutely miserable, and you feel like, man, there's gotta be more to life than what I'm currently doing. Well, there is. And if your insides are telling you something, it wants to come out of you. If it's inside of you, it wants to come out of you. Okay? Don't ignore what that inner voice within you is telling you. Don't ignore that gentle prodding, that tap on your shoulder that's giving you a vision of your calling, of your career calling, or of your life purpose. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to get in solitude, undisturbed, ample time in solitude with a pen and paper in tow. And I want you to use that space intentionally to get clear on your calling, okay? What you are called to do, what you were specifically designed to do while you are alive and breathing on this earth. If you feel confused, you'll be confused no more. So if you sit down and you ask yourself, what do I want to do with my life? What am I passionate about that I want to study? I want to learn about. I want to spend hours crafting and creating. I want to give back in this way. I want to utilize my gifts, my talents, my skill sets. What is that thing that's showing up? And oftentimes, when people say that they are confused as to what to do, you're usually not confused. What you think is confusion is actually fear. Fear of doing that thing that your insides want you to do. Okay? So I want you to reject this fear. And it's very simple. Listen to what your heart is telling you. That's the answer. I know sometimes you can feel confused because you don't know what to do with that calling. So with your calling, once you've identified what that thing is that your heart is telling you, it could be a word, a phrase, it could be very broad in what it's telling you, you write it down. And then you start exploring, well, what can I do with this thing that my heart just told me about, this message? What can I do for me? My calling told me leadership. And I was like, well, how do I create a vocation around this calling? Okay. Well, I like to speak about leadership. There's one. I like to coach people to be better leaders. That's two. I like to write about leadership. That's three. So guess what I am now? What my vocation involves. I'm a speaker, I'm an author, I'm a coach, and I get to do all of these three things focused on, and all these three things focus on leadership. That's just my example. Your calling is not complicated. It's valid, it's important, it's necessary. It's what you are supposed to be doing on this earth. Please do not ignore it. Write it down, meditate on it, be intentional about crafting a vocation around it. If it's a side gig that you're doing and then it evolves into your own business, you could do that. Or you can find the traditional workplace setting where you could find a job doing that particular work. But it's important to get crystal clear on what that calling is. And once you write it down, if you feel peace and excitement, that is a key for you to feel peace and excitement about it. So I'm wishing you the best luck. You got this. You can do it. Okay? Spend time in solitude, get clear on your calling, figure out how to turn it into a vocation, experience that peace and excitement that comes from making a decision that you are not going to betray yourself any longer by living in confusion and fear. And then you're going to take that leap to transition yourself into your ideal work while you are alive. That's how you do it. Let me know if you have any questions. Bye.